like, oh my God, I'm so in love. I found you finally. You make me wanna say, oh, 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 oh.
The ball forward to Hooper. Hooper now inside the 6.
Welcome to our 12th Man Production Studio. This is the Aggie Soccer Show. I'm Will Johnson alongside our head coach, G. Guerreri, and a couple of victories to talk about this weekend. The first one came on Friday night, Texas A&M playing the Baylor Bears. They came down from Waco, and they were shut out, Coach. 2-0 the final, the Aggies. This was shutout number 5 of the year that you threw. Let's talk about Baylor, and then in a moment we'll discuss shutout number 6 that you threw.
It was a good performance by our girls because we played against a Baylor team who was kind of intent on kind of throwing us out of our rhythm, playing a difficult style against us, and I thought that our players really did an outstanding job. I mean, put a lot of pressure on them early, kept the ball in their half of the field, really had a huge shot advantage. I don't think Baylor got a shot until only about the 40th minute of the game. So with sustained pressure by us by being able to keep possession, keep the ball moving, it sets us up in a good state. And then Baylor, a lot of fouls, a lot of trying to stop play, and for us that's something that has not been that big a deal because we've been able to convert a lot of our set pieces this year. Bree Young is very special in that, and Bree had a great weekend and started off on Friday night with her being able to hit a ball from about 40 yards that goalkeeper just barely misjudged, had a tip on, goes in the back of the net, and when we're off and running, and then we score again 5 minutes into the second half with Alyssa Motts, and again on another restart, and we're able to hold on pretty comfortably, and a 2-0 win is a good night's work for our players, and being back at home was great.
Yeah, turned it in to a Sunday contest against Texas Tech. Like we said, shutout number 5 was against Baylor. 6th shutout of the year came against the Red Raiders. You beat them 4-0.
4-0, and a really well-played game by our players again. It was we've been getting better and better and better, and both Baylor and Texas Tech are having banner seasons this year. They both came in with 9 wins under their belt already, and so for us to shut down Baylor and pretty convincingly 2-0, and then come back and beat a real solid Tech team 4-0 is quite an accomplishment. And the goals came in a lot of different ways, and there were some really well-crafted goals. Starts off again with Bree Young, a free kick, and she's able to basically blast a shot in, beat their goalkeeper from distance, and then hard work pays off. Late in the first half, Merritt Mathias, fighting against a lot of players to try to keep possession of the ball, get in behind their back line, serves a great ball across the face of goal, and there's Whitney Hooper, the right person at the right time to finish that ball in. 2-0 at halftime. We come out in the second half, and it's a little bit more, a lot of great possession, a lot of good play by our players. Their goalkeeper made a lot of really good saves, but in the end, there was a lot of good things happening for us. Again, we scored in the second half off of a free kick and off of one of their free kicks. Again, Bree Young being able to hit a shot, it hits the crossbar, comes out, and Rachel Shipley is there with a really tough technique to be able to one-time a shot right back into the roof of the net for a 3-0 lead. And then the fourth goal was really a thing of beauty in a counterattack. Started with a Texas Tech free kick that we were able to get and break. And we talk about trying to go with a bit of a jailbreak mentality. Mm-hmm. And we did break out quickly, broke out under control, and then a lot of good patient play, even though it was quick play, to be able to find the open player. And then Rachel Shipley is there joining the spot to finish it off in a nice 4-0 win over a team that's having a real good season.
All right, so Texas A&M with the 2 victories. They're now 11-3 overall this season, 4-1 in Big 12 play. We'll talk a little bit about standings and what the Aggies have coming up next on the Aggie Soccer Show.
The Aggie Football Show with head coach Mike Sherman is your all-access pass to Texas A&M football. Join me, Will Johnson, for exclusive interviews, highlights, and behind-the-scenes footage of all your favorite coaches and players. Tune in to hear Coach Sherman's breakdown of the team's performance and everything else surrounding his program. Check your local listings for air times or go to AggieAthletics.com for program information. Don't miss an episode. Watch the Aggie Football Show with head coach Mike Sherman every week throughout the fall season.
As we just told you a moment ago, Texas A&M, they are 4-1 in Big 12 conference play. They have won 4 matches in a row, 3 in a row by shutout. So let's see where that puts us now. I mean, when you look at the standings, your 4-1 squad is tied for second with Nebraska. Now, they've played more games, but each you and the Huskers have 12 points. And then Oklahoma State is still out there at the moment on top of the standings.
Right, we've got 12 points tied in second place with Nebraska, but again, Nebraska's played one more game and we've beaten Nebraska. So a lot of tiebreakers work our way. And, you know, we're only halfway through the Big 12 season. We've got 5 games to go. Oklahoma State's off to a great start. They're 5-0 right now. Last year they were 5-5 in the conference. And so they've been taking care of their business, and all we can do is take care of ours. And it's tough business this week as we head out on the road. And even though we've won 4 in a row, it's never easy when you go, especially north. And Iowa State's a tough place to play. They've had some good results, especially at home, and they're a team that's going to be, I'm sure, well prepared for us. We come in again with a national top 10 ranking, and that'll be a big target on our back as we're used to. And we've got to go out and earn everything that we're going to get. Otherwise, we're not going to get what we want. That game is Friday at 7 o'clock, and then on Sunday we head over to Missouri. And playing at Mizzou is always a tough spot. That's a national TV game on ESPNU, and that kicks off at 4 o'clock Central Time. And Mizzou's has been a tough game for us, even though we hold the margin in wins and losses. They've gotten the better of us a couple times in the last few years, and it's always a physical game. It's always a game that that they're up for the fight, and we've got to go in there and be ready to play. And we've got to be able to play against a team that does score a lot of goals, and we've got to be able to try to establish the kind of game that we want to play, and doing that at their place is a real challenge. So hopefully folks will tune in for that. Hopefully our friends up in the Midwest will come on over to Columbia and support us for that game. But it's never easy on the road in this conference, and so it just doesn't get any easier for this weekend either.
Yeah, so you kind of start the back half of the Big 12 schedule now on the road at ISU. That Sunday match, as Coach told you, on ESPNU against the Missouri Tigers. And before we leave, the program got a bit of good news regarding one of your players. Rachel Shipley has been named a finalist, for National Student Athlete of the Year.
Well, and it's high praise. Last year, Emily Peterson won this award, and this is it's the senior class award, and it signifies the outstanding student athlete in women's soccer. And and a big part of it can be for people to go online and vote, and you can vote every day. Once a day, and we hope that I think Aggies have always shown their support for each other, and if there's ever an Aggie out there that you say, hey, that's a kid I'm proud that I went to school with, that's a kid that I'm proud that she represents our school, it's Rachel Shipley. Not only is she an outstanding player, she's one of the best players in the United States. She's been a phenomenal talent for us for 4 years. Her grandfather is John Coldis. Her mother obviously lived and grew up on campus and is an Aggie. Her dad's an Aggie. Her uncle is Ray Childress, great football family of Texas A&M. And then more than anything, Rachel is just about as good a person as you're ever going to meet. And I hope that Aggies will get out there and vote. And you can go to AggieSoccer.com or just onto the regular site here for Texas A&M Soccer through AggieAthletics.com and hit on the link, and that'll take you to vote. And we need everyone to vote every day for that. It's just have your morning coffee and vote for Rachel Shipley.
All right, congratulations to her, and good luck this week as you head up north, still in Big 12 play.
Thank you.
That's G. Guerreri right here on the Aggie Soccer Show. We will see you next week.